sneaky bastard. It's locked.
Hier waren wir doch, glaube ich, schon mal. So. Sneaky Bastard? Was genau ist da jetzt mit rausgekommen? Falsch hier. Sammle Informationen über Sean Hamptons Aufenthaltsort. So. Ist immer noch hier. Langsam regt mich das etwas auf. Geduld ist vielleicht das eine, aber wenn es keine Chance darauf gibt, dass das irgendwas bringt, dann ist Geduld bei mir eher ganz woanders zu finden. So. Ich sehe nirgendwo. Oh, jetzt! Wow! Alter! Beim ersten Mal war ich dort. Nix. Jetzt ist auf einmal der Fleck dort. Alter! Spiel. Hör auf mich zu verarschen. Schnell.
Don't you think Miss Fishburne is nice to us? But I always have the feeling she's hiding something. For now, you're still the only real friend I have, Jack.
Eine Ratte namens Jack. So, also.
Good evening, Mr.
Da du immer die
Fishburne.
gleiche Runde läufst, kann ich dich schon ranquatschen. Ich habe das Geschenk und die Leiche gefunden. Als ob ich eine Aufgabe gehabt hätte.
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can be a bit stupid sometimes.
Manchmal. Sie kennen keine Reue. Sie verdienen kein Mitleid. Ich möchte sie verstehen.
As a man of science, I'd like to try to understand why you killed those people.
Why does there need to be a reason? They were just there. It happened. That's all.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour. Surely you have something to say about these murders. Speak up and I will listen without judgment.
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
Erzählen Sie mir von Ihren Opfern.
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times. That's all.
Ah, du bist ein Psychopath. Ein Glückwunsch. Wie viele Opfer? Keine Empathie für Ihre Opfer?
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Okay, bereitet es Ihnen Freude zu töten?
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
Ich glaube, du bist einfach nur ein Psychopath. Ihrer Wut widerstehen?
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. for my mum. I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Und du hast sie aber damit belastet. Deswegen schleppe ich lieber die Last für mich alleine.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
Okay. Warum beschützen Sie... Was? Warum beschützt Ihre Mutter Sie?
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
Der Tod ist keine angemessene Strafe. Ich verstehe Ihr Dilemma. Der Tod wäre eine angemessene Strafe.
I don't believe death is the appropriate sentence for murder. Not in a civilized society. But the last word has to remain with the law.
There is no law around here. No justice to be found. In these parts, revenge is the only answer.
So ein Scheiß.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Oh, bitte.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Komm her, Rufy, Ruf. Dein einziger Freund ist eine Ratte? Kann ich schon nachvollziehen.
How come you consider it your only friend?
I found Jack when he was a baby, alone amongst dead rats. Poison, probably. He was the weakest, but he survived. Just like me with my parents.
Like you and your parents?
When I was 8, my parents died in a car accident. Rumour says I didn't get a scratch.
Die waren so reich, die hatten ein Auto? Wow. Ja, damals war das ein absolutes Zeichen für Reichtum. Auto ist alles andere als üblich gewesen. Erinnerst du dich nicht? Kümmerte sich niemand um dich? Na doch, scheinbar schon.
You don't remember the accident?
No. I was little back then. It's been a blurry mess and very quiet in my head ever since.
How have you survived? Did anybody take care of you?
I don't have any family left, really. Except for the good Mrs. Fishburne. She's like my family now.
Okay.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Da unten aber Loot ist, muss ich ja auch irgendwie irgendwann mal da reinkommen können.
It's locked, all right.
Ja, da unten kann ich ja looten. Muss einen anderen Weg dahin finden. So. Was mich aber verständlicherweise etwas mehr aufregt, ist die Situation da. So, wir haben aber... Gut, ich versuch's mal. Vielleicht gibt's doch einen neuen Dialog.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed.
Of course, Dr. Reed, TP.
What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
Okay, über Seymours Dämonen. Ihr Sohn ist ein Mörder. Warum schützen Sie Seymour?
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child. And he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
Eine Lobotomie. Das menschliche Gehirn ist voller Geheimnisse. Gerechtigkeit ist das Heilmittel. Er trägt die volle Verantwortung. Oh Gott. Das ist doch wieder sowas, was alles zerstören wird. Ach Mensch. Scheiße. Ich würde sagen, das und das könnte es zerstören. Ja, versuchen wir es mal.
Science has only just begun to investigate the mysteries of the human mind. Currently, we have more assumptions than fact.
There ain't no hope then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
Ihr Sohn ist ein Mörder.
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Warum hat es Ihnen... Was? Warum hat er es Ihnen gesagt? Hat Ihnen Seymour alles erzählt? Das Warum ist interessant.
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Ich sag ja, er hat sie damit eher belastet.
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
Wenn es nicht behandelbar ist, ist der Tod die einzige Rettung für ihn und für Zukünftige. Weil wenn er einfach so Leute tötet, nur weil sie zur falschen Zeit am falschen Ort sind, sie sind nicht verantwortlich. Sie können ihn nicht ewig bemuttern. Das muss aufhören.
I'm convinced you raised Seymour the best you could. You're not responsible for what he became.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Okay. Es kommt nicht dazu, aber es ist auch nichts abgezogen worden.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Please don't stay too long, sir.
Du drehst wahrscheinlich nur wieder deine übliche Runde. Es ist echt, wenn Ehrgeiz und ein gewisser Grad an Geduld aufeinander prallen. Den Ehrgeiz, ich will alles schaffen, aber das, wenn ich hier keinen Einfluss drauf nehmen kann und der immer nur die gleiche Runde läuft, aber nie da reingeht, damit es zu dem kommt hier. Komm schon, komm schon. Oh no, jetzt leck mich am Arsch, du blöder Vogel. Ich sollte dich töten. Elender Spinner. So. Moin.
Good evening, sir. I'm amazed you made it back to the docks alone. Good for you.
Well, I could say the same about you, young man. More to the point, who the hell are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
And I am Archer Woodbead. Please excuse my assertiveness. I often forget I'm just an old prune.
Wir haben doch schon mal mit dem gequatscht. Na dann machen wir es
What can
nochmal.
you tell me about this part of town?
Bringt vielleicht
People used to
Punkte.
feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the wet boot boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member.
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
Ja, interessiert aber respektlose Bagage nicht.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this part of town.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are best left buried.
Och, die Presse